Hey fellas, Sue. I am currently working on my rewatch of Andor season one for the video on that ahead of the second season, and as you could tell, my community tab, my Xavier Renegade Angel video is coming on nicely as well. Oh, especially given what dates that Easter falls on this year, and with that in mind. And I thought I'd get you something small and quick before that, so let's talk about the three Sega Genesis Classics that just came to Nintendo Switch Online today. I guess I'll get used to this new branding for the classic libraries. It's just like how I got used to saying eShop instead of Virtual Console, so let's begin. So, let's start with easily one of my favorite Genesis games ever, and my personal favorite of the three that just dropped, the original Streets of Rage, with it being the first of several side-scrolling beat-up titles, and the Japanese bare knuckle as well was quite enjoyable, and defying a corrupt male electorate. Three brave detectives seek to clean up the streets. It's in the not too distant future. Their names are Axel Stone, Adam Hunter, and Blaze Fielding. And it is definitely one of the purest forms of a side-scrolling being up you can find, where they're just knocking the tar out of any criminal across your path. And I actually have gotten a bit farther on it than I did in years past. I mean, I believe the farthest I got was the second to last stage, where the elevator, and also, I've managed to actually make it all the way to Mr. X, so to speak. And it's actually kind of a common moniker for an antagonist, anything from Amphibia to Resident Evil 2. It's definitely a a game that I never passed up a chance to revisit at all, and also really had to appreciate Yuzo Koshiro's music, who definitely made fantastic use of most of the Genesis sound fonts. I mean, maybe it's because part of my head never mentally aged past the early 90s, but that whole bit crust uh, Euro club scene, he really just always managed to hit the right notes for me more than one. Next up, Super Thunderblade. While not quite on the same order of magnitude as other her 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 action titles like Sega's own Algebra and Space Harrier and their respective console ports. It's a decent, if unspectacular, title where, in a helicopter loaded with chain guns and lots of explosives, you're basically able to shoot at anything that comes your way. A, my understanding is it released fairly early on in the console's life cycle. With the copyright date of 1988 suggested it came out in Japan around the same time as a Mega Drive did. That's what it's called there. And I've played on other collections and on years past that released on Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo's hardware. But it's definitely not something I would put on the same pedestal as Streets of Rage or Sonic 2 or Golden Axe or anything like that. The last one, which is what I would put in between Streets of Rage and Super Thunderblade in terms of quality, is eSWAT. That's mean where you are part of an elite team of officers, again, dealing with the massive crime wave in the not-too-distant future, and you start out as a basic officer, and then you get more upgrades as you go on. it plays similarly to Rolling Thunder by way of Shadow Dancer, or which is another Shinobi title, and I definitely it may not be my favorite. It's action title on the console by any means, but I mean, it's certainly no Gunstar Heroes or Contra Hardcore as shooting up titles go or action platformers go, but it's definitely a game that I don't regret playing. I would like to try more of whenever I get a chance to. And with that in mind, I'm also currently on an Encore or Spring Splatfest that's on Team Night. Right, so I will see you all again very soon. So take care, everyone.